Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about grouping columns and rows in Microsoft Excel. This, in my opinion, is very useful when you have a very large spreadsheet that you want to see in more concise and organized manner. You can actually highlight a group of columns and go over to data, the data ribbon, and over here under the outline group you have some options, and what we're going to work on here is the group option. Now let's say that this table over here and this table over here are related to each other, but I really don't want to see this table on the right because it is kind of necessary, but kind of makes my spreadsheet not look so nice. Okay, or organized for whatever reason. There are many reasons will come up, you'll see. So the way I could make this go away without actually hiding it, which is another option, and I've made a video about hiding, is to actually group these columns I to K. So you can highlight I, J, and K from the top, go over to data ribbon group and click group. And what this does is it introduces both this toggle over here as well as these options over here on the left. Okay, and we're going to play with these to see what this does. Well, when you hit minus here, I, J, and K completely disappear. As you can see, they're in between this H and this L, but they're always there for you to quickly access. Okay, so it's just a purely aesthetic tool. Okay, so you can plus it to see it, minus it to make it go away. Another way is on the left you also have these options. These are the different states. So state 1 is the hidden state, state 2 is the unhidden state. Okay, so you can play with that. So it does the same thing. Okay, now another thing is you can add another level of grouping. Within this group I can group J and K. There are times where you might want to do this as well. So let's group J and K. So now I've added a third state, as you can see here, number 3. Now let's play with these toggles. If I hit subtract here, I, J, and K all disappear. Of course they're between H and L. If I hit plus, they all come back. But also what I could do is I can click state 1, which is all hidden, state 2, which is J and K are just hidden, and state 3, which is they're all showing. Okay, so 1 is all hidden, 2 is J, K is just hidden, 3 is they're all showing. Alright, so there's different layers of control, and you may you'll be surprised at how helpful this is when you have a large spreadsheet that you don't need to see the entire contents, but you want them to be quickly there and everyone that uses your spreadsheet to know that they're there. Okay, you can also do this with rows. So I can highlight from row 11 on all the way on to the end, and I can go over to the data ribbon group, and I can group the entire section of my table. I can hit minus, and look, I got a very tidy table. I can subtract that, and look, very clean. And I can also open things up very easily using the toggles over here for the columns and over here for the rows. Now the last thing is I want to show you how to get rid of the grouping if you don't want it anymore. Well, you can the best way to do it is to open the entire whatever is grouped up. So make sure it's visible. So make I, J, and K visible. Highlight I, J, K. Go to ungroup right next to group and just click ungroup, and it ungrouped that. And remember, we added 2 layers of group to I, J, and K. We have to also ungroup J and K if we want to ungroup that. We can go to ungroup and ungroup that. But if, let's say, we wanted to ungroup everything that was in this column, this area, and because we inherited this from somebody else and we want to get rid of the groups and we want to start from scratch, Okay, and we don't want to go through and remember how we group this to ungroup it. We can just go to ungroup, clear outline, and it'll ungroup everything on the worksheet. Okay, so that's a quick way if you want to ungroup the entire groupings that you've done on the sheet. Okay, so I hope grouping was helpful. I do use it every now and then. It's a useful tool. Hiding columns and rows is also sometimes very useful and a similar tool. So make sure to watch a video on hiding columns, rows, and even worksheets can be hidden and unhidden, of course. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Check out my other Excel, Access, PowerPoint, and math tutorial videos. Comment, subscribe, like. Until next time, have a great day.